Three big U.S. automakers at one plant each for now, but UAW President Shawn Fain warns,
if we need to go all out, we will. Everything is on the table.
Robin Murdoch with Fox 2 TV in Detroit is with picketers in Michigan.
The Ford Michigan assembly plant here in Wayne, it does employ about 4,600 workers. They make the Ford Bronco here. About 4,100 workers at that Stellantis assembly plant in Toledo, Ohio. They were also part of this first wave of walkouts. They produce the Jeep Wrangler, and then about 4,100 workers at GM's plants in Wentzville, Missouri. They also went on strike at the stroke of midnight. They build the Chevy GMC vans as well as pickup trucks.
Now, the automakers say they can't afford 40% pay hikes, and GM CEO Mary Barra just said this will not be good for the overall economy. We've just learned President Biden will talk about the strike the day after he went to Maryland, touting his economic agenda, taking a swipe at House Republicans who are considering impeachment, investigating his alleged ties to his son Hunter's business dealings.
Their plan, Maganomics, is more extreme than anything America's ever seen before.
Hunter Biden's lawyer also blames Republicans for a criminal indictment. Abby Lowell tells MSNBC.
It is the folks like Chairman Comer and the Republican MAGA crazies who have been pressuring this U.S. attorney to do something to vindicate their political position.
Hunter Biden's facing 3 felony gun charges after a tax evasion misdemeanor plea deal that would have wiped out a gun charge fell apart in July. Hurricane Lee may be weaker, but it's becoming extra tropical, getting wider as it moves toward impact in Canada near Maine this weekend.
And that means an expansion of the wind field, a bigger storm, and that's going to bring, more effects along the coast.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. When a restaurant closes, my reaction is, that sucks. They had good steak. When regional banks close, or 3 of them close overnight, it freaks me out. This is why I have my own personal gold reserve. It's part of my personal protection plan. Call my friends at Oxford Gold Group. Call 833-404-GOLD. 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Former President Trump has an even bigger lead in the 2024 Republican White House race. He's up to 60% in a new Fox News poll. Ron DeSantis is second, 47 points behind. Then Vivek Ramaswamy's 2 back of the Florida governor. Trump critic Chris Christie among those in single digits, and 53% in the polls say they would never vote for him. And the front runner in the race, both of them have their own negative numbers.
Neither President Biden nor former President Trump are seen as being mentally fit to serve as commander-in-chief. More, 61%, say Biden is unfit than Trump at 52%. More voters who responded described former President Trump as corrupt, 56%, than President Biden, who was seen as corrupt by 48%. In hypothetical head-to-head matchups, President Biden loses to Donald Trump, Vivek Ramaswamy, Nikki Haley, and Mike Pence. Biden beats Chris Christie, Tim Scott, and current number 2 Republican Ron DeSantis. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is still in Russia, visiting an aircraft factory and other weapons and technology sites.
The trip has raised concerns about banned weapons transfer deals between Russia and North Korea, sparking speculation that Kim will supply Russia with ammunition for its invasion of Ukraine. The Kremlin says Putin has accepted an invitation from Kim to visit North Korea, and that Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov would also visit the country next month.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed. Week 2 of the NFL season kicked off last night.
Swift, first down, and a lot more.
DeAndre Swift ran for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts ran for 2 scores and threw a TD pass, leading Philadelphia to a 34-28 win over Minnesota on Amazon Prime Video. The Eagles are now 2-0. The Vikings fall to 0-2. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Several days after an explosion tore through the east plant of the ADM complex in Decatur, the plant evacuated again Wednesday. An employee noticing smoke during a walkthrough of the plant. Out of the abundance of caution, the immediate area evacuated, and the fire department called for support. The area deemed safe. Employees then again allowed to re-enter. A Washington, D.C. public relations firm facing backlash for working with former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan. Madigan hiring SKDK for guidance in 2018 as his office faced sexual harassment allegations. However, at the same time, the firm providing support to former Madigan campaign worker who filed a lawsuit accusing the former speaker of retaliating against her when she reported her direct supervisor had harassed her. Illinois Department of Public Health endorsing a CDC recommendation for everyone over the age of 6 months to receive the newly FDA-approved COVID-19 shots. The updated vaccines developed by Moderna and Pfizer. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Hey, it's Friday. Good morning. It's September 15, ESPN 93.5. Weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
And they've got a big day, Stevie. The Jazz Walk 5 to 7 has nearly a dozen combos at the base of various sculptures. The Wandell Sculpture Garden celebrating 25 years. The rededication ceremony at 4:15. The social begins at 3:30. This is all at Meadowbrook Park at Windsor and Race Street. Enjoy and get all the details at urbanaparks.org.
Well, meteorologist Greg Solier, we say good morning to you, my friend. It looks like a gorgeous weekend around central Illinois, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. Very comfortable for one and all to be just moseying around in the backyard, checking things out on the back 40, getting ready for harvest. Conducive weather pattern for that, or getting the back 40 to maturity, and or checking out Illinois football. Certainly Friday night football will be in great shape around here. We do have a weather system up aloft and may generate even a drop or two of rain, nothing to impact the ball game or your Sunday. Maybe a little more in the way of cloudiness from time to time. And as we have been talking about, the weather maps and charts still loaded up with a whole bunch of summertime as we cruise to the 80-degree mark and higher the mid to late portions of next week, and a largely dry weather pattern after that. Maybe a couple of showers get going as we head through the remainder of the month of September. We'll have that long-range fall outlook on this weekend's edition of This Week in Agribusiness, and probably the show is already online over at farmprogress.com, so check it out. 50 now at Willard and Savoy, same at Rantoul, 48 at Danville, 51 Bloomington Normal, Sunfield. Yeah, you have my blessing for an extended lunch hour to play hooky this afternoon at 77. The forecast high, average high this time of the year, right around there. Light east to southeasterly wind, partly cloudy skies for tonight, 51. And maybe a sprinkle comes along tomorrow morning before the game, and maybe late in the game or after it. No big deal. 68 at kickoff, 78 later in the day as south winds gently turn into the west. Down tomorrow night with a sprinkle to 54 and a lingering sprinkly shower here for the day on Sunday. Clouds part in the afternoon at 76, 78 Monday, partly cloudy, breezy up near 80 Tuesday, lower 80s next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Well, it happened. UAW strike. Yep. Midnight last night. They went on strike. 3 plants are affected. And that's too bad.
Well, it doesn't seem like they're anywhere close.
No,
if the workers want, more pay.
The UPS, you've got Blue Cross Blue Shield that is out right now. The Teamsters, I think that we've got to do it. We just have to go on strike. The economy right now is not good, but to do that, we're going to have to bring ourselves up to that so we can afford the economy that we have today.
Around 13,000 workers at plants in Michigan, Ohio, and Missouri have walked off the job. That's after their contract expired at 11:59 without a deal. They've been demonstrating throughout the night. Plan is to continue strikes at additional plants if negotiations continue to fail. UAW workers feel that Detroit's Big Three have raked in billions off their members' back and thus admit that their demands are bold, including a more than 40% wage increase over 4 years, pension benefits for all employees, limiting the use of temporary workers, and 4-day work weeks. The automakers maintain that the demands are unrealistic considering the competition that they're facing from Tesla and foreign auto manufacturers right now.
Yeah, I mean, 10% a year is great. If you can get that, that's awesome. But, and I understand inflation, but you supported Joe Biden. That's your guy. All the unions support Joe Biden, so that's kind of your guy. So I take an issue with him. And I don't know. I'm having a hard time getting on the page of 4-day work weeks.
Right.
We're not France.
Right.
We, I don't know. I think it's a lot. and God bless them if they can get it. I'm not for a fair wage for people, but
I think that was Jim Farley, the CEO of Ford, said this is going to break us if we were to take this deal.
Well, if you take a deal and
now.
you can't pay it and you go bankrupt, and then the government, and then you and me bail them out, what the heck's the point?
I know.
You can't. Then you say, well, the CEO's making. I don't understand with CEO pay.
Right.
I just know that if you're the CEO of something, money is arbitrary. Is Joe Burrow worth $55 million a season?
Right.
I mean, it's what the market is.
That's right.
And so if the market for great CEOs is $50 million, I guess you pay that. But I mean, the workers are making $60 plus all the benefits. I mean, so it's like a $90,000, $100,000 job. And if that's not fair labor, then it's not fair labor. You go to work and you strike, I guess. But do they have the money to strike? I mean, most families can't strike. They have to go to work because they can't pay their mortgage next month. It's kind of how we're wired right now. We're paycheck to paycheck.
Jim Farley's wages last year were $20 million. So the CEO for Ford.
But I mean, why do we begrudge what people make?
I know.
I mean, it's what the market is. If you don't like that, you be the CEO.
Right.
I mean, why would we be jealous of other people? You just worry, and if you don't think it's fair for the work you're doing and what you're getting paid, then you go get another job. That's all. I mean, but essentially, you're going to put a lot of people, it's going to hurt. You're going to hurt a lot, particularly the other companies besides the big three, making cars that people like. There's Honda and Toyota and all these other things. And if you're trying to keep the American automaker going, striking is, anyway, it is aggressive. They admit it's aggressive. The 4-day work week is what I'm stumbling with. I mean, who gets 4-day work weeks? I mean, you're lucky if you only work 50 hours a week, right? I mean, we all work hard.
But I think the auto industry has so many robots and technology and all that.
Well, then if you're only paying them 32, it's essentially a huge raise at a 10% a year and then minus 8 hours.
Right.
The way it's a huge.
Yep.
It's a lot, and particularly right now, with people being nervous about inflation that still's crawling higher, gas prices going up, food price, everything's still high. What part of their point is, I'm not making enough to make ends meet. I need more money. All right, but why cut the work week? I can get on the page with more money for sure, but then I'm losing, 20% of your week.
Right.
That's a lot.
And then it talks about pensions also being part of the deal that they'd like to get.
No, right. I get it. I would get the best deal you can, but if it breaks the company, and they're going to say it's not going to break the company, they're making billions and all that.
Right.
All right, anyway, that's your lead story this morning. Hey, might want to stand by very, very close to your radio over the next 10 minutes because we just had an opportunity pop up about the Illinois-Penn State game tomorrow.
Okay.
I want you to stand by.
All righty.
We check our sports headlines with Diane Ducey.
Well, number 7, Penn State at Illinois, 11 a.m. kickoff. It's the Hail to the Orange game. So get your orange from Game Day Spirit, either location. A great place to shop for some new orange. You might have already worn, a few of your outfits. Now you need something new. So step it up a notch. You can go in early for those $3 hot dogs and drinks. And, the Red Grange is going to be out 3 hours before kickoff in Grange Grove for picture opportunities. And then there's that freaky fast Jimmy John's dash between the third and fourth quarter.
Who is Red Grange?
I don't know.
Is it the same,
I should find that out.
Same guy?
I don't.
That's your assignment.
Exactly.
Who is Red Grange?
He does stick out in the crowd with that old-fashioned looking helmet.
But is it the same kid?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what we want.
He was good the first one.
Boy, he's fast.
Yeah. Freaky fast.
Yep.
So we have Philadelphia and St. Louis today. Let's get your Redbird recap.
The Cardinals are coming off one of their best road trips of the year, winning 6 of 9 overall and taking 2 of 3 from the Braves, Reds, and Orioles. Now they get set for a matchup with another team in the playoff hunt in the Philadelphia Phillies. While the Braves have already locked up the NL East, the Phillies currently hold the top wildcard spot in the National League. The Cardinals will open the series with left-hander Zach Thompson, who is continuing to try to set himself up for a spot in the rotation next season. He's 5-5 with a 4.06 ERA. Thompson did not face the Phillies earlier this year when the Cardinals got swept in a 3-game series. In 2 career relief appearances against Philadelphia, both coming last year, he did not allow a run in an inning and 2/3. Aaron Nola starts for the Phillies. He had his best start of the year when he faced off against the Cardinals earlier this season, throwing 7 shutout innings. Overall, Nola is 6-3 with a 2.41 ERA in 10 career starts against St. Louis. First pitch from Busch Stadium tonight is scheduled for 7:15. That means our coverage gets underway at 6:20. For the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
After a day off, the Cubs are in action in Arizona with an 8:40 start using Justin Steele on the mound. You'll hear the action over on US 105.9. Minnesota is at Chicago to face the White Sox, and that's a 6:40 start. Eagles over the Vikings 34-28 yesterday. Bears and Buccaneers, Stevie, and that'll be fun to watch at Pia's. In fact, Pia's tonight for Central and Centennial reunion. Their 40th reunion, I believe. Last year or last month they were talking about a band on the patio and, all kinds of classes from Central and Centennial. Really, I think after 4, they're ready to greet everybody. And then there's the big game.
Eric got enough room over there?
I think so. He's saying, bring it.
Yeah.
We'll stumble into the, the donut place next door or, the car shop next door. Let's do this.
Remember, there are only 4 words you need to say if you get to the 40th.
Okay.
Hey, you're looking good.
You're looking good.
You're looking good.
I used that yesterday when I was out and about, that United Way Pillar Leadership Celebration at Carmen's. And boy, Chancellor Robert Jones bringing it. He's a great speaker.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't heard him before, and boy, they are raising a lot of great money for our community.
Good guy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look as old as I think he is. He's size 60s, isn't he?
Is that right?
68, 69.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that either.
He looks good. And
Talk about you're looking good.
Yeah, he does. He's a good guy. All right, it's 7:17. Brett Bielema yesterday.
Well, obviously excited to get back out on the playing field. I think anytime you have a game like we did last Friday, to get back out there is what everybody wants, players, coaches, really fans probably. So excited for a Penn State game. I know we got an anticipated crowd probably as big as we've had here since I've been here, so excited for that. Orange out, all that goes into it, I think for us as head coach, I try to get orange jerseys here. We're going to go all orange, but the supply chain issue popped in, so we can't get our orange jerseys. But
supply chain? What's the supply chain
on
issue?
Orange?
I mean, how long can I say COVID for an excuse?
Right.
Give me my jersey.
What's up with that?
Give me my dang jersey. For Pete's sake, don't be pulling supply chain.
Everybody in Memorial Stadium orange, but our team. I guess they're wearing white then, huh?
Man, come on, man. All right, weather brought to you by Carl.
And Carl reminds you it is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. In fact, we'll learn more in about an hour from some of the officials at Carl on high risk and keeping care of your health. Carl.org for details.
All righty, we check our weather ahead of the Fox Business Minute, and I'm telling you, stand by, call your friends. You're going to want what I'm offering here in just a moment. All right, stand by, don't go away. I know you're in the car, got to go to work. Hold on a couple of moments.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Eastern Illinois. Champaign and Panhandle Saturday, and a fairly quiet weather picture expected over the weekend. Weak upper system introduced some cloudiness and a sprinkle over the course of the weekend. Ought to be in good shape, though, weather-wise for football Saturday around these parts. 68 at kickoff. Later in the day, temperatures well into the 70s. And looking for some late summertime warmth. Plenty of that ahead for next week, and a largely dry weather pattern as well. Sunny and 77, the forecast time for your Friday, with a light east to southeast wind. Partly cloudy skies tonight, 51. Increasing clouds for the day tomorrow. Again, maybe a sprinkle comes along as the day wears on. 78 later in the ball game on a south wind shifting westerly. Maybe a sprinkle early and a shower late tomorrow night, low down to 54. And there may be a stray shower here on Sunday morning. No big deal. Clouds, some sun, high to about 76. Warm up next week to 78 on Monday. Tuesday high near 80 on increasing southeast to south winds. Lower 80s then for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Overnight lows down near 60. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
UC Bank,
leading the way to your financial wellness. No matter where your financial journey begins, Pathways banking options at Busey are designed with your goals in mind. Busey Bank, building strong financial futures, one family, one street, one city at a time. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The United Auto Workers Union is conducting a targeted walkout against the big three automakers, stopping work at one plant at each company. Both General Motors and Ford shares are losing ground. Stellantis shares are flat. GM CEO Mary Barra says the walkout will not be good for the economy overall. She says GM is ready to keep negotiations going and believes the strike could be resolved very quickly. Now that British chip designer ARM stunned with its stock launch that valued the company at more than $65 billion, the Wall Street Journal says ARM needs to have its business run more than perfectly if it's to live up to the expectations of Wall Street. Grocery delivery company Instacart is planning to launch its stock next week. It's raising expectations, hoping to launch the stock at $30. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola. Invested in you.
From the Fox News Podcasts Network. In these ever-changing times, you can rely on Fox News for hourly updates for the very latest news and information on your time. Listen and download now at foxnewspodcast.com or wherever you get your favorite podcasts. The Fox News Rundown, a contrast of perspectives you won't hear anywhere else. Your daily dose of news twice a day, featuring insight from top newsmakers, reporters, and Fox News contributors. Listen and subscribe now by going to foxnewspodcasts.com.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Hey, where are you headed?
To Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola.
What do they have there?
What don't they have there? Living room furniture, benches, chests, love seats, sectionals, tables, bedroom sets, hutches, nightstands, end tables, cabinets, mirrors, stools, clocks, lamps, pillows, rugs, desks, media consoles, patio furniture, Tempur-Pedic mattresses, and more.
So, everything.
Yeah, probably could have just said that.
Kelsey Furniture, quality for less.
Hi, this is Chris Jackson with Kramer Siding and Window. And whatever your project, you can count on Kramer Siding to offer you the best products backed by the best warranties in the business, as well as Central Illinois employees dedicated to providing you with professional installation and a lifetime of great customer service. And right now, you can save 10% on roofing, sunrooms, and decks, get 15% off gutter helmet, and you can save 25% on preservation siding, windows, and doors. So call today or visit us at kramersiding.com and let's get started on your project.
You spend half of your life indoors. That's half of your life underneath your roof. Who do you trust to keep you safe and dry underneath it? The name to remember is Roof Doctors. Roof Doctors understands the harsh weather conditions that your roof endures because they're a family and locally owned business. From your community, for your community, the doctors who make the house calls, Roof Doctors at roofdoctors.com or phone 328-7529. Rest easy under a roof that's been treated by Roof Doctors.
Tyler, you up?
I'm here.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Burton, Operations Director at Sarah Champagne. They got Honda, BMW, GMC, Buick, and the hot thing they call Subaru. Man, you guys have been selling a lot of stuff lately, haven't you, Tyler?
We absolutely have been. Yeah, we've got a lot of them sitting out there, too. It's been crazy. We've had trucks arrive daily, hourly, it feels like.
Well, we find that manufacturers give more cars to dealers you sell them, huh?
They tend to, yes, sir.
Right. Tyler Burton, all right. What is the offer that I have for my wonderful listener today?
Well, we've got Ben gave me some tickets to give away this morning on the 50-yard line for Penn State. I don't know how it gets much better than that.
I don't know how it gets much. And plus, don't you have a parking pass with this thing?
Absolutely.
Nice.
So it's a sweet parking pass. Absolutely fantastic, close, like really close parking pass. Then I think it's row 17 just above the helmets.
Yeah, row 16. Yeah, right over the helmet. So
I mean,
perfect.
you think you're going, man, this is how close they get for high school football. Look at me.
That's awesome.
And it's also one of the best teams in America. It's Penn State, who has one of their best teams ever. They're coming in, and we're going to try and upset them. It's going to be an orange out. Brett Bielema said he expects the biggest crowd that we've ever had since he's been here. So it's going to be full.
Isn't that guy amazing? What a leader.
Hey, Brett's my guy. I mean, it's amazing how it went south in all the publications and all the online stuff and how bad we are and all the soul searching and everything else. And I like it. The guy said,
we've been around for a while for Illini football, but I don't know if we've ever been this excited for Illini football.
Well, and therein lies a little danger because I kind of needed to be competitive tomorrow. I really do. I mean, I can't see the swing pass getting 15 yards on. Like, it just was we're adjusting to new people. We got Matt Bailey back who's going to help in that defensive backfield. But they asked Brett Bielema about soul searching. And it's like, who said soul searching? Anybody? And then Brett said this. The reporter said, what about that soul searching?
Who said that?
Well, analysis.
Give me the definition. What is it?
Some analysis.
So did we look at what we didn't do well?
Correct.
I mean, that was a kind way to let the guy out of it because it's like, well, who tell me who said soul searching? Nobody said soul searching. The reporter said soul searching.
Right.
Because I'm soul searching. Anyway, we're going to go out there. It's going to be a little like, let's see how we look thing. And if I'm telling you, if we're in this thing in the third quarter and it's going well, I think it's going to be absolutely a huge home field tomorrow because I think we're going to have 45,000, 50,000, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So I've got.
Well, I can tell you, Stevie, Sarah Champagne's going to have the orange and blue for Penn State when they arrive at the airport. So we'll have a bunch of orange and blue up so they know where they're at.
Nice.
We'll have them ready for it.
Okay.
Awesome. Attaboy. Tyler Burton, operations director. What we're going to do is we're going to find somebody, and then we're going to instruct them to come to the Sarah Champagne campus and find Tyler.
Absolutely.
All right.
Find me, and we'll get him transferred to you.
We will be in touch with you, buddy boy. Thank you for your time, and thank you to Ben Quattrone and Tyler Burton. Thank you, buddy.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, so here it is, 4 50-yard line tickets. And I don't, please, I'm an honor system, don't sell them.
Right.
Please, this is for a very special, for people that you know or you yourself. You guys need a break. You're check to check. It's a real hard struggle financially. Mm-hmm. These are really primo, expensive tickets. You don't just buy these. You have to foundation fund thing. I mean, it takes a donation to even get into the loop to do this. So these are high level, and we ask that you use them or somebody you know. So what you do to have a chance is text Diane 217-359-2255. Text in Illini, and you'll have a chance. And then we'll get back to you here, obviously, in the next hour or two because we want you to go to Sarah and get them. So we want you to text us now if you are interested in a really cool opportunity to sit on the 50-yard line tomorrow. Let's see. I think I'm over here. The usher might say, may I help you? Yeah, we're down there.
I love it.
And you're not too low because you got to see over the players and they're perfectly over the helmets.
Sounds wonderful.
Okay, what can I do for you? Except get you 4 primo seats with a primo parking pass. And you're just the beneficiary because you happen to be listening to the radio this morning.
Awesome. Thanks for that. I know Merle Norman is our deal
Merle
today.
Norman. What we got is a Stever. That's at GoStever.com today. You can go on there and learn that it's a consultation. It's a facial.
Yeah.
And then you get the colors that you've never been told match what you have.
Right. You really look at the color of your skin, this color analysis. Marilyn is terrific at Merle Norman, 706 West Marketview Drive. Right now, they've got a free gift special when you purchase 2 or more skincare or cosmetic products. Merle Norman can really get you looking good.
All right. So what you do is go to GoStever.com. If you are, notified tonight via email that you win, you'll have a week to set up an appointment. Go see Marilyn. They play with your face. It's fun. Diane loves it.
I do.
And then I give you $100 to just buy a few things. and try it out for yourself. She'll tell you how to apply it and everything.
Yeah.
She's just great.
Blend it in and it just make you look awesome.
And the feedback we get from Marilyn is just across the board awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. It's on Market View next to Carpet Weavers. You'll see Merle Norman. And again, it's GoStever.com, the program where I, Stevie J, give you money. You spend it and keep the stuff.
I love it.
All right, it's GoStever.com. Texts are coming in, as you can imagine, for the Illini 450-yard line seats.
Go Illini.
Parking pass. Oh, I see Stevie J's texting a few times.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because if nobody would have texted, I'm ready to take it out. No, we got a lot of you that want these. Diane's the official judge of this.
Thanks a lot, Stevie.
Let her figure it out.
We'll probably pick a number and be random.
Okay, that's fine.
Sounds good.
We are
11 a.m. kickoff tomorrow.
11 a.m. kickoff
The weather
tomorrow.
looks great.
Weather looks perfect, and you'll be on 50-yard line. Man, awesome. All right, Brother Johnny on Friday. Stand by. It is 7:30 ESPN 93.5. Be right back.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. A United Auto Workers strike starts with 3 plants to start. Robin Murdoch with Fox 2 Detroit at a Ford plant in Wayne, Michigan.
It does employ about 4,600 workers. They make the Ford Bronco here. About 4,100 workers at that Stellantis assembly plant in Toledo, Ohio. They produce the Jeep Wrangler. And then about 4,100 workers at GM's plants in Wentzville, Missouri. They build the Chevy GMC vans as well as pickup trucks.
Contract talks are expected to resume tomorrow. The president's son, Hunter Biden's attorney, says federal gun charges related to his drug use at the time are politically driven.
This office has never brought a charge like this against anybody. Therefore, you have to ask what changed.
Abby Lowell on MSNBC, a plea deal on tax charges that would have also had these gun charges eventually wiped out fell apart. There's no time or place announced for Hunter Biden to turn himself in. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. Well, the governor naming leadership for the Office of Firearm Violence Prevention, appointing Quiwana Bell as Assistant Secretary of the OFVP. The office working to reduce firearm violence rates across Illinois while improving access to education, employment, and other critical services. Number of current and former Central Illinois United States Postal Service workers charged with fraud related to the Paycheck Protection Program. A federal grand jury indicting 19 individuals. The PPP providing federally backed funds to small businesses that were directly affected by the COVID pandemic. Second person charged in a deadly June shooting at Urbana. Police say Eddie Williams shot and killed in a parking lot in the 1300 block of Silver Street, June 30th. Afterwards, Eric Nash arrested in an apartment on Silver Street. During the investigation, police identified Sidney Smith as a second suspect in the homicide. You're up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Van Evans, Saturday, pleasant spell of September. Weather ahead over the next couple of days. A little more in the way of cloudiness as the weekend progresses, and maybe even a few drops of rain here and there of no consequence. Looking for some late summertime warmth. Plenty of that ahead for next week and into the following week. A couple of showers as well. So a little bit of everything for everyone, including some concerns over the expanding dryness across the area. That'll be the story here. A good part of the fall season. Sunny and 77 today. Light southeasterly wind, 51 in the overnight low for tonight. Increasing clouds today, tomorrow, about 68 or so at kickoff. Tomorrow late morning, 78 later in the ball game. Maybe a sprinkle in the air of no consequence, light wind. Tomorrow night, maybe a sprinkle and a brief shower, low down to 54. Clouds, maybe a stray sprinkly rain shower early in the day. Sunday, the high to 76. Nice weather ahead next week. Highs at 78 on Monday, up near 80 Tuesday. Lower 80s for next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Overnight lows near 60. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Like every bank, there's a time every day when we stop making loans. But at Iroquois Federal, we never stop making a difference. Thanks to an amazing team of employees who give back to their local communities all over Central Illinois. From hospital boards and local school programs to Kiwanis and the United Way, Iroquois Federal employees donated more than 1,000 volunteer hours last year. And we'll do it again next year, because the only thing we like more than making a loan is making a difference. Iroquois Federal, still friendly, still local, still here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Everybody needs insurance, and that's why I love
Kyle Lewis at Insurance Providers Group. This is Jay Lehman, All-American linebacker. Kyle provides auto, life, health, and all kinds of commercial lines of insurance. They are my one-stop shop for all my insurance needs, and all my rental properties are insured by IPG. That's why you need to email Kyle at IPGINS.com. Kyle at IPGINS.com.
I didn't see your jersey till just now. I just put the camera on.
Yeah, Butkus number.
Yeah, he wore 50 at Illinois.
That's right, go Illini.
Brand new?
Yeah, this was from Pia's.
Wow.
Actually, I should have given it away, but it was sitting there, Stevie, and I was picking up, and it was late, and
there's already dirt on it, so you just grabbed it.
I'm like, this will fit me.
It looks awesome.
I think McLean brought it to Pia's last, when we were on a live broadcast, and from Game Day Spirit.
Well, it looks like a nice Game Day Spirit shirt. Right. Okay, so we are giving out 4 Sarah Champagne 50-yard line seats for Illinois Penn State. We're talking smack dab 50-yard line, man. It's 17 rows up just over the helmets, and I'm giving them away. And plus a close parking pass.
Yes.
You have to look it up on the map because you've never parked here.
That's right.
So it's
VIP, baby.
It's 217-359-2255. And just text in Illini if you want to be considered. We will decide before the end of the program who gets these 50-yard line seats. Well, it's Friday. Brother Johnny's down in New Orleans, Louisiana. The big Thursday night game last night, Philadelphia and Minnesota. Philly wins by 6. The line was 6. How did they do that, Johnny? How do the odds makers?
I don't know.
How do they do that? How do they fix it?
They're pretty good.
Man.
If they weren't, we'd be able to make money on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Jalen Hurts connects with Devonta Smith for an electric 63-yard Eagles touchdown is the headline here. Your Saints will be in action in
Monday
Carolina
night.
on Monday night.
At Carolina Monday night.
Yeah.
So,
well, I got to tell you, Stevie, Diane reminded me of I saw Archie Griffin's jersey right there, and I normally.
Hold on, let me tell people. There's too many young people listening. In the 70s, Archie Griffin was a 2-time Heisman Trophy winner for Ohio State.
Okay.
Archie Griffin's team, Ohio State, was here, and Johnny.
And the jersey's hanging there, right there for me to grab. The only difference, Diane, that was about an hour and 15 minutes before kickoff. I don't know what. I was in the visiting locker room being a scout teamer. We were practicing, but we had a JV team, so we were practicing on Saturday morning. And I don't even usually think about stealing something.
Right.
Man, and that could have had some ripple effect, because I would have guessed they had a spare jersey, but I didn't know.
Well, now here's
Steve, there was nobody anywhere around.
Here is your ultra trivia. What number did Archie wear?
I think it was 45.
I believe it was 45. I think you're right.
And Steve, it's almost like it was bait for something. Right. Anyway, I didn't take it.
Good.
Yeah.
That's back in the days of a coach named Woody Hayes, and Illinois would always be nothing at halftime against teams like that, and then lose 30-0.
Or 3-0. We'd be winning 3-0 and lose like 58-3.
And I just am compelled at this moment. It just clicked. I just have to tell the brief story. Johnny played Illinois football for 4 years. He was Unity High School superstar wide receiver.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they didn't throw the football.
Right.
He was all Courier Land, all Gazette, all area, everything.
Yep.
And he walked on to the University of Illinois and was on a scout team.
Mm-hmm.
His junior year, I guess it was your scout. His senior year, whenever those later.
My senior year was my third football year because I redshirted myself 1 year.
Okay, gotcha.
That's right. So he redshirted himself. So anyway, he was Scout Team Player of the Year. And Tab Bennett, the former SID who passed away tragically of cancer, I do believe. Tab was the SID Sports Information Director. And he said it was like he won the Academy Award. Everybody stood because, here's a guy out there busting butt because he loved football.
Right.
And he gets Scout Team Player of the Year. Then Mary Diane and I had the 50-yard line seats because players got a chance to get 2 tickets when they dressed. And Johnny would dress from time to time. So in Bob Blackman's final game against Northwestern, he dressed, and you didn't have a number. They just threw a jersey your way, right? I mean, it was
number 26. Man.
Yeah, you're number 26 that day. It wasn't.
Yeah, because it was whatever's in the bottom of the laundry bin is what I got.
No, they put number 20. So we were pointing out, there's Johnny. I see him. Hey, wave. All that. and what I think is amazing is we're winning the game 48-6, and all the players are telling Coach Blackman to put Johnny in. it was his last game. Now he had one more year eligibility. So it was, anyways, last game of the year. Bob Blackman was about to be fired. And so Johnny, he called Johnny and asked him if he remembered the split-in screen, wasn't it, Johnny? It was something that you hadn't run for 2 years.
Yeah, widescreen left.
Widescreen left, and so they put Johnny in the game. Quarterback Ray Picorni had never completed a pass. Johnny had never caught a pass. So Ray opened up, threw the ball high. Johnny went up on the ladder, caught the football, and 11 angry Wildcats, as you say, tackled you after a 2-yard gain, and they carried Johnny off the field.
Yes!
And that was a great moment. We couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. But here's the irony. The cover of the University of Illinois football program, the big glossy program, had a sketch of a player who was jumping over a pile, number 26.
Yes.
True. That was weird about that, but that was fun. We won 48-6, and Bob didn't have to play me, and maybe he wouldn't have gotten fired anyway. He did. that day, I think.
Well, and with your 1 catch and 2-yard gain, you were also on the final Bob Blackman TV show the next morning.
Okay.
On Channel 3, Johnny was one of the guests. Marty Friel.
Yeah, Marty Friel, captain. We combined for 152 yards, 7 catches, and 2 touchdowns. I had the 2 yards.
Yes.
And so, but yeah, I got 1 for 1. You can't beat that, but. And after Bob Blackman came, I got to tell you, Gary Moeller comes in. He played for Woody, coached with Bo Schembechler. So we're going to get serious. He had like 12 plays, and he talked to us about visualization and focus and learning the weakness of your opponent. That way you can defeat him. That's why we were winning 3-0.5 and losing 56-3. But I'd never raised my hand. I almost did twice when Coach was talking because I think I was the only engineering student on the team. But anyway, I was going to tell him, Coach, that'll only work if you've got all the better athletes. Because otherwise, they're going to learn our weakness and beat the crap out of us, which is exactly what happened. If you got to about the middle of the second quarter, I'm telling you, we couldn't get to the line of scrimmage because we only had 6 plays one way and 6 the other. Now, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but 1 wide out, we were going to run over you.
Yeah.
But we didn't have those All-Americans too deep like Ohio State and Michigan. Yeah. But that was the 3-yard and cloud of dust, and it was that philosophy, but it also took a player who could learn the other guy's weakness and then beat him, because otherwise you were going to get beat, one of you.
Yeah.
If you do the same thing over and over, somebody usually comes on top because they got a little better skill at whatever you're doing. And that's what happened for 3 years. I think we won 3 games.
Yeah. Maybe you should have raised your hand, Johnny.
We should have played a little more like a chess game. I got a feeling Gary wasn't going to listen to that because it had worked for him for 20 years. Then he goes back to Michigan and goes to the Rose Bowl, I think.
Right. Right. He had the superior athlete.
That's right.
2 deep All-Americans makes a difference. There's no doubt. But
Did you ever use some of that philosophy in business, though? Know more than your competition kind of thing, Johnny, after that kind of speech?
Yes. I think it can come in handy, and you should always focus to do the best you can, but I think you also have to throw a little strategy and maybe chess philosophy in there, because football allows you to beat a better team because you can simply out-coach them, and that's why I like the game.
Yeah.
But, man, there was no real clever coaching going on. It was just, by the time we played Archie Griffin, Stevie J, in the fourth quarter, if the quarterback would say, guys, it's on 2, and I'm giving it to 45 right here, we're going right here, and just told, ready? Are you guys ready? Hut 1, hut 2. Archie would have got a first down.
Yeah,
we couldn't stop them by then. It was over.
Yeah.
Because they all knew what to do and who couldn't do what and where to run it. We just couldn't stop them.
So I guess recruiting does matter, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and I guess if that's your advantage, but you might also remember we had an era where we couldn't win the Rose Bowl. The Big Ten would go out there.
Yeah.
And those guys had good athletes, but they would play a little more cagey, and they would just beat us all the time because we couldn't quite run over them every time. And they couldn't run over Ohio State or Michigan either, but they would throw over them.
Yeah, right.
And we were a little behind the curve there. So,
Brother Johnny on the Tapman's Towing phone line, reminiscing about some great times in the 1970s. So, and I did note that we had a kind of a 70s reunion, and it was amazing how many people gravitated to Johnny. Yeah. Because they all remembered him, and they all knew that he was out there not for the glory of Saturday, but it was because he loved football.
Yeah.
And boy, when you scored a touchdown on the varsity defense, wasn't that? Didn't the coaches kind of get on those guys when you caught touchdown?
Well, first of all, that did not happen very often, but there were some fun times, and I really had more fun doing that than you could ever imagine. Because Steve will still go out there and throw the ball. There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Now, I got hit a few times, and then in practice, they filmed it. We'd watch the films. I go, whoa, I don't remember that. And I did think about, thank God, Steve, that I'm still walking around. Because I was not big enough to do that.
Well, now let me tell you, there was a guy he's since passed away. Derwin Tucker was a really good wide receiver. He was drafted by the Los Angeles Rams at the time. And I went up to him one time and said, I'm Johnny Cacciatorian's brother. And Derwin Tucker, who was an NFL player, he said, oh, man, I love that man. I used to punish him.
I used to punish him.
You took some hits from Derwin Tucker back then.
Derwin would punish me. I mean, if I caught the ball.
Yeah.
He didn't like that.
Right.
And so he was a defensive back for crying out loud.
Right.
And they wanted you to remember. Those days, too, you could get high load, and leading with the helmet was part of the game.
Yeah.
So it was fun, but it was I'm glad I played, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore.
All right, last thing, I got to bring this last thing. So the defense, first team defense, gives up a touchdown, gaping hole, and one of the coaches just rips the defense for like 15 minutes, and then Johnny, the three very critical words scout teams never want to hear: run it again.
Run it again. Oh, that was just the part of the sentence, and he says, and that back's head better come off.
So the running back in the huddle, what's he thinking when he has to get the ball?
No, it was Dave Chaska. I remember the guy, and he was white. I mean, not racially. He was pale, ashen, and he was kind of shaken.
You're going after me.
I remember I was lined up with Octavius Morgan at tight end, played for Pittsburgh.
What? Octavius was like 6'8", wasn't he?
When we snapped the ball, everything went dark because my helmet was going the wrong way around because you could slap the helmet back then too.
Well,
so what happened to Dave Chaska?
Well, he kind of. The play was right up the middle, and he went sideways, then actually ran backwards, but all 11 guys jumped on him.
Yeah.
So he was running backwards to get away. Somewhere there's a film video still in the file of that one. Because poor Dave Chaska. Whatever happened to Dave Chaska?
He was pretty good. He was a good player. That was freshman team against the varsity, and the coach was going ballistic, and he got all the guys mad, and Octavius was usually pretty nice to me, but he slapped my helmet around, so I know how Danny Wolf.
Danny Wolf, you're looking out the ear hole, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Luckily, my neck didn't go with it. So
my gosh.
Well, kudos to all those who are the practice players and the JV and all of that who really make our players great. You know what I mean?
Well, they didn't like Johnny because he actually like Kenny Battle. He went all out, and when you caught that touchdown against All-American Mike Gall, the safety.
Well, it was my game, so I was playing hard. But I also got to play, like I played some of the stars of the other team, like there was a Lightfoot from West Virginia was a superstar, and I played Cornelius Green.
Wow.
So they could practice their lanes.
Wow.
I was supposed to scramble, and they practiced their lanes so they wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, that's
so
great.
I was having fun all the time.
That's pretty cool. We got into reminiscing today. That was fun. Those are incredible. I mean, that's Johnny. That's a minute ago now, man. That's 45 years, 45, 50. Man. That's nuts.
We had a great defensive guy. I knew all like J.C. Caroline was our defensive back coach.
Well,
great guy.
Carl Meyer was Eric Meyer's dad.
He
Carl
was the JV coach.
He was Johnny's
coach for sure.
Yeah.
And then we had Dave Adolph, who was really one of the best defensive coaches coaches in the NFL for years with Marty Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
And he would have been a head coach, except Dave had the great Browns defense. Unfortunately, that was the defense that John Elway ran the 98-yard drive into the blizzard.
The drive,
and,
yeah.
And they won the game and then won that Super Bowl.
Yep,
but that was Dave Adolph, and he had a great defense, and he was really and you know, Coach loves it when he says something like, "Cacciatarian, if you get any uglier, they'll bury you." And so that kind of thing. That means they like you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Incredible. All right.
You need to go through a car wash.
Well, back then everybody was hairy and bearded.
Right.
I mean, the long hair and everything else, and no,
he had a military, bird cut.
Oh boy,
he was really a good coach.
But
He
Johnny,
coached Studwell and the boy.
Scott Studwell played with the Vikings forever, but that was an age when Bob Blackman would have football practice, and at 5:30 I'd see him going to par 3 on Neal Street. I mean, the coach would go and hit a few balls.
Nice.
They just now
Nice
they
way
work
to unwind.
6 a.m. to 1 a.m. now is their schedule. Anyway,
Right there, Neil and Windsor.
Well, we had a couple disadvantages. Bob did. We had Ohio State and Michigan. He had the best record against them of all the other coaches in the Big Ten. But we had no bowl game. It was Rose Bowl or nothing. So he'd win 6 games and we were home, you know?
Yeah. Well, I thought Bob Blackman never beat Ohio State or Michigan, right?
No, he had the best record.
Outside of those, I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Iowa, Minnesotas, and Wisconsin's. I mean, we won all those. It was generally a 5-6, 6-5 record every year, wasn't it?
Let's just put if Ohio State and Michigan weren't in our league, we would have won the Big Ten.
Wow.
Okay.
But that was not going to happen. But anyway, those were different days.
Yep.
We've got number 7, Penn State.
We got Penn State tomorrow.
That's going to
John.
be tough.
Penn State is perhaps the team that's going to knock off Ohio State and Michigan this year. So I don't know. Can we stay with a team ranked 7th that has their best team in a while?
Well, yeah. I think we got the players, and we need to tweak our D. We got to look at the flats. And they're going to go to the flats, and we better have something because both our first 2 teams had a lot of room out to the right and the left. And so, but yeah, we got players, and they'll look at that and. Hey, we beat them in 9 overtimes, so let's go.
Well, and you know what? When we beat them 2 years ago in 9 overtimes, Penn State was ranked 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, there you go.
No, I do remember that. That was great. No, we can beat them. Hey, it's going to take our best game, and we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason they're coming into town.
That's right. Let's see.
What time's that kickoff?
It's on Fox, so it's national game.
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Okay.
All right, Johnny. Well,
Yeah.
great reminiscing.
Yes.
Awesome. That was awesome. That was fun.
Nothing like football season, Stevie J.
That's right.
Well, it's
Bears have Tampa Bay. That's like 2.5 with Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay's very good. I think
So
Bears
that's a
can go
coin
down
flip.
and win, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you are good, there's a future in it, and ultimately you could possibly make $9,375,000 a snap.
Aaron
That's what Aaron
Rodgers.
did.
Yeah, that's what Aaron
4
did.
Had his
snaps for
surgery this
37.5 million.
He had surgery.
He did.
He said
I think
thanks for all your thoughts and prayers. He mentioned prayers, which I
That's
thought
right.
was positive.
Said
so.
surgery
No,
went
that's
great.
good, and I'm feeling for him, but that's a heck of a deal, wasn't it, man?
Unbelievable. Johnny, appreciate you. Thanks for your time. We'll call you next week.
All right. Thank you,
you.
Diane. Thanks, Stevie J.
All right,
Have a good
talk
weekend.
soon, Brother Johnny down in New Orleans. That was fun. Mm-hmm. Reminiscent. Those are so fun to get his stories about. He'd come home with AstroTurf burns.
Yeah.
And he'd have his elbows all bloody and just. But he just
loved it. Loved the game.
He loved it, and he worked like crazy. There was no let up. It's one of those Kenny. You can
Just
relate
going
with,
after it.
You can relate with Kenny Battle.
Yeah.
That was Johnny in practice.
Yeah, get after it.
That was his game.
That's right.
That's when so he competed and he could catch anything.
I mean, it was kind of like that Rudy movie for Notre Dame.
I had Rudy on the air, and I called Johnny. They were on together.
Right.
Because it was very comparable.
It is.
Carried off the field, got in for
That's
the
right.
whole thing.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Panhandle Saturday, and a fairly quiet weather picture expected over the weekend. Weak upper system may introduce some cloudiness and a sprinkle over the course of the weekend. Ought to be in good shape, though, weather-wise for football Saturday around these parts. 68 at kickoff. Later in the day, temperatures well into the 70s. And looking for some late summertime warmth. Plenty of that ahead for next week, and a largely dry weather pattern as well. Sunny and 77, the forecast time for your Friday with a light east to southeast wind. win. Partly cloudy skies tonight, 51. Increasing clouds for the day tomorrow. Again, maybe a sprinkle comes along as the day wears on. 78 later in the ball game on a south wind shifting westerly. Maybe a sprinkle early and a shower late tomorrow night, low down to 54. And there may be a stray shower here on Sunday morning. No big deal. Clouds, some sun, high to about 76. Warm up next week to 78 on Monday. Tuesday high near 80 on increasing southeast to south winds. Lower 80s then for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Overnight lows down near 60. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
We are giving away 4 50-yard line seats, primo seats for tomorrow's game, courtesy of Ben Quattrone, Tyler Burton, and everybody at Sarah Champagne. If you are interested in 4 50-yard line seats tomorrow, I'm asking you to use these. Do not sell them.
That's right.
Obviously, I can't tell. I won't be able to track this, but I'm asking as kind of the honor system, please do not scalp these. This is primo seats. We want the right people in those seats, and that's you.
That's right. And are we texting in Illini then?
Yeah, text in Illini.
359-2255.
Anybody texting in?
Yes, they are.
217-359-2255 to get entered.
Mm-hmm.
Just text me Illini. Diane will make she is the lone judge of this.
Thank you.
So she is in charge of choosing or randomly picking, whatever she chooses.
Right.
4 seats just above the helmets, 50-yard line, Penn State, big game, national TV, the whole deal. You'll be there.
Right.
Got to wear orange,
And
please.
you'll be going to Sarah to pick these up.
Yep.
Usually I have people go in the door that's closest to the Thorntons. And
You just got to go find Tyler Burton.
Right.
So it's like a little scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
All right, but we'll brief Tyler as to who wins.
Yes.
So they'll know you're coming.
That's right.
Okay, we're going to break for the news and come back. Again, our Stever offer where I'm taking care of your beautiful face. Your just wonderful face. It'll have the right colors and tones.
Yes.
You'll be given a facial and then free product that I'm buying for you.
Right.
Just go to gostever.com. You can click on that. If it's not for you, your spouse or significant, somebody's going to want this.
You know, moms and daughters getting ready for homecoming, that session with Marilyn at Merle Norman, 706 Market View Drive, that would be a nice bonding experience.
There you go.
Half hour, 45 minutes. Good
Okay.
stuff.
I just go to gostever.com and you'll have a chance to get that.
That's right.
Okay, we'll break for the news. Come back 1 more hour to go. By the way, Tab Bennett was a superstar defensive end for Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a big star. So one time Johnny was flying back in. This was when Johnny was in high school. He's on an airplane coming back to Willard, sitting next to Tab Bennett.
Okay.
So I go to autograph day at Illinois when I'm in grade school, and I get Tab's autograph. And he signs best. I said, my brother sat by you on an airplane, one of those things, you know?
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, that's great. He's wearing big 75. He's a big guy.
Uh-huh.
Signs an autograph. Best wishes, sincere regards, Tab Bennett.
Okay.
And so walk around, get other autographs. It wasn't a massive crowd. It was just back in the 70s. And so I'm walking away, and I wave at Tab, and Tab looks back and says, hey, say hi to your brother. That's pretty good memory.
Nice.
And forever, I signed an autograph. I used to grab people's notebooks and pretend I was famous, and I'd write, best wishes, sincere regards.
I see.
Because Tab Bennett did, and then Tab turned out to be the sports information director when Johnny was playing.
Uh-huh.
So it's a small world. All right, break for the news. Coming back again, 217-359-2255. You text me Illini if you want to get these 4 primo seats, great seats, prime right on the 50 for Penn State national game, plus the parking pass.
Yes.
Somebody's going to win these, and it might be you.
I love it.
We'll be right back. News, weather, sports, all in our final hour of the week. Stand by. ESPN 93.5.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Crossroads Contractor Supply specializes in the delivery of tools and supplies within a 150-mile radius of Champaign-Urbana. Reliable, timely, and with reasonable prices, Crossroads Contractor Supply knows what equipment and tools are needed for your job. Get the job done right with proper tools and equipment. Did something break? Construction materials, tools, as well as safety equipment, all available at Crossroads Contractor Supply. Visit crossroadscontractorsupplyil.com.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Thousands of auto workers aren't working. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
So we tell them we are the new day.
They went on strike after midnight at 3 plants demanding big pay raises, a 4-day work week, and better benefits. The automakers say they can't afford all that, but have made historic counteroffers. Fox Business Network's Grady Trimble just talked to GM CEO Mary Barra.
No one wins. The employee doesn't win. The communities suffer. You know, at General Motors, for every one job we have, it supports 6 other jobs in the economy.
They have said that they will be able to scale up this strike if they choose to. This is the first time the UAW has gone on strike against all of the big 3 automakers at once. As we speak, workers are off the job picketing at a GM plant in Missouri, a Ford plant in Michigan, and a Stellantis plant in Ohio.
We expect reactions soon to the strike from President Biden, a big supporter of unions. His son Hunter's been indicted on 3 felony gun charges. But his lawyer blames what he calls Republican crazies for pressuring the special counsel after a tax evasion plea deal fell apart in July that would have wiped away a gun charge. But Republicans are wary of the indictment.
I do think this is a smokescreen designed to dupe the public.
Presidential candidate Vivek Ramaswamy tells Fox Business as House Republicans investigate President Biden for his alleged role in his son's overseas business dealings.
I believe they are selling off and have sold off our foreign policy in return for privately enriching their family.
Ramaswamy's third in the 2024 Republican race in a new Fox News poll just behind Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who's 47 points back of the frontrunner.
The new poll shows 6 of 10 GOP voters backing former President Trump.
A Trump critic is way back in the poll.
Ex-New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is the candidate 53% of Republicans say they would never vote for.
That's Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
Hey, it's Jesse Kelly. When a restaurant closes, my reaction is, that sucks. They had good steak. When regional banks close, or 3 of them close overnight, it freaks me out. This is why I have my own personal gold reserve. It's part of my personal protection plan. Call my friends at Oxford Gold Group. Call 833-404-GOLD. 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure for max strength daytime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. DayQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks DayQuil High Blood Pressure. The daytime, non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
We don't know exactly when yet. The President Biden will make comments about the auto workers' strike that started after midnight, but it comes a day after he touted his economic agenda.
Maganomics, as the president called the Republican spending proposal, is about saying what they're against.
All they've really done is attack me and my economic plan. There hadn't been much else.
And with the government shutdown looming at the end of this month, President Biden accused Republicans of reneging on a budget deal.
Well, they're back at it again, breaking their commitment, threatening more cuts and threatening to shut down the government again.
Republicans blame high inflation on the administration's spending programs, and polls do continue to show voters are dissatisfied with President Biden's handling of the economy. at the White House. Jared Halpern, Fox News.
If there is no budget agreement in Congress to fund the government, it would trigger a partial government shutdown next month. On Wall Street, stock futures have been mixed, up for the Dow, down for the NASDAQ, the day after big gains for both. There's another lawsuit challenging another red state's transgender law, North Dakota's.
The ban, which took effect in April, goes as far as to criminalize doctors' performance of gender-affirming surgery on minors with a felony charge and charge healthcare providers who prescribe hormone treatments or puberty blockers with a misdemeanor. Robert Dolney's family is among the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. His 12-year-old transgender son now forced to go to neighboring Minnesota for his treatments.
By passing this law, these politicians have intruded on our lives and inserted themselves into decisions that they have no business being involved in.
North Dakota Attorney General Drew Quigley says his office will evaluate the lawsuit. Matt Napolitano, Fox News.
On Thursday night football, Philadelphia kicked off week 2 of the NFL season, beating Minnesota 34-28. The Eagles, who went to the Super Bowl last season, are now 2-0. The Vikings have lost their first 2 games. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
So when was the last time you saw a best deal guarantee?
You mean a promise that actually held up?
Right.
That some unknown online entity didn't want you to log in and download a code and then re-verify as you join some club.
Drives you nuts, I know.
And then once you purchase that set of steak knives.
Well, Dick Van Dyke Appliance World is a lot simpler. You find a verified great deal and they beat it. Just show them the deal you saw. A newspaper clipping or the online cart price will do, and then you're good.
At Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, it's one of those instances where you see a best deal guarantee and
you get the best deal.
This is Dennis Rieken, chairman of Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Our exclusive 10-year protection plan comes free with most appliance purchases. Whether it's a GE, Whirlpool, Frigidaire, Bosch, or any of our 30 brands, I guarantee we will beat any competitor's deal. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Here's a look at local news. Health officials confirming that a batch of mosquitoes recently tested positive for West Nile in McDonough County. The batch collected September 7th in Macomb. Virus transmitted through mosquito bites, but the insects have to pick it up from the feeding of an infected bird. Many fire departments from various Champaign County towns responded to a structure fire in Urbana off Route 130 between Curtis and Windsor Roads. Neighbor says a 2-story garage with an apartment on top caught fire. The cause is under investigation. Number of current and former Central Illinois United States Postal Service workers charged with fraud related to the Paycheck Protection Program. A federal grand jury indicting 19 PPP, providing federally backed funds to small businesses that were directly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Well, gas prices continue to fluctuate around the state. Your best bet, find the cheap. Look around for the best prices. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim. All right, my friends, we have a superstar meteorologist. His name is Greg Solier. He knows all about weather, and we have a good one going here, buddy. You're putting it in the old weather machine, and it's working well.
That's right, my friend. We're cranking away at some fine September weather. We'll have a little weak weather system in the neighborhood of no great impact football activities, especially Memorial Stadium on Saturday. Kickoff at 11. Some clouds, and there might be a sprinkle around. Nothing to impact tailgating and or the ball game. 68-69 at kickoff time, about 11 o'clock or so. And later in the day, we'll top out into the upper 70s. And that'll be the story here. Back to more seasonal temperatures for the foreseeable future. No major systems. The only thing on the maps and charts, one feature the Pacific Northwest. That looks like a healthy one. And a bit of snow in the higher peaks of the northern Rockies. And, of course, Lee making a run into coastal sections of the Northeast and more so down eastern Maine and far northern New England. We'll sit in between with a warm-up in temperatures. Still lots of summertime to go here in the maps and charts out the next couple of weeks. Sunshine for the day today. We're at 55 at Willard and Savoy. Later on today, 77 the forecast high and a light east southeasterly wind. Partly cloudy skies tonight, 51. Increasing clouds for the day tomorrow there. Maybe a couple of drops of rain both morning and late afternoon. 78 the high. South winds on the light side turn to the west. A sprinkle in 54 tomorrow night. Maybe a brief rain shower in spots here Sunday morning. No big deal. And a high up to 76. Gorgeous weather ahead next week. Get out and enjoy. 78 on Monday. Up near 80 Tuesday into the low 80s next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, thank you, buddy. We're going to talk about prostate and that, and guys pee slower. Is that not proper to say? I mean,
I don't know anything about your part, so I don't know how that works. But
It just-
Michelle
it just-
Delorso, a nurse practitioner in urology at Carl, is talking about this inside the next, 15, 20
well,
minutes.
somebody in your life is, have feeling the pressure, they got to go, and then they can't go, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The question I have is, how do you keep a prostate healthy as you age? Is there some secret?
Probably just drink
Elixir.
a whole lot of water. That's the solution to everything.
Well,
it seems like we all need to drink a whole lot more water.
Well, you need to drink. I mean, I've heard all kinds of numbers, but I mean, you should drink at least 8 glasses of 8-ounce water, something like that. I mean,
and I found that I was living dehydrated whenever I talk to a health advisor. They're just, wow. I mean, you need to be drinking more water and not, tea and stuff like that.
well, why wouldn't tea be okay? That's liquid.
It's water. You really need to get water.
Well, we'll talk to the nurse practitioner.
That's right.
About everything. All
Michelle
our guests
will set us right.
We'll get her on the phone in a moment. We are giving away 4 50-yard line seats from Sarah Champagne. 50-yard line, 17 rows up. You can see just over the helmets. It's really close, like you're at a high school football game, except it's a nationally televised game, Penn State and Illinois tomorrow. I don't even know what the face on these are. I think the tickets we have, and you're giving away
$75.
$75, and those aren't on the 50.
I know.
So I can't imagine. So if you're interested in this, or you know somebody who might be, tell them to text in Illini.
Absolutely.
At 217-359-2255. We're going to get a winner here before the top of this next hour. So.
One of our favorite Illini fans, Lou Lier, at the Ties and Tennies event for Champaign Park District yesterday, raising money for the Youth Scholarship Fund.
As good of a man as you'll ever meet, and as good as a woman, Lou and Mary Lier.
Yes.
I mean, they're just superstars in our town. They have been for 50 years. And they're just Lou and Mary just are at function after function.
Absolutely.
And they're wonderful, wonderful people.
And University of Illinois Alumni Association. And boy, they got some plans. I mean, we're a month away from homecoming. So that's going to be on Friday night. Woo. And we'll be live at Pia's on all of that. It's going to be a blast. Speaking of Pia's, they've got the Central and Centennial reunion, 40th reunion. And of course, that big game tonight. So that'll be a whole lot of fun locally.
I think Centennial will be favored, I would guess, if they have things like that.
Right.
Centennial's
we had Kyle
3-0.
Jackson on, a couple weeks ago and talked about
Central's either 1-2 or 2-1, and Centennial's undefeated, and Gazette picked them again second week in a row, best team in the area. So Centennial and Kyle Jackson, they do have it going on. They made the playoffs last year. All right, check your sports headlines coming up.
Tapman's Towing, team of experienced tow professionals, is seeking others with CDLs, previous tow experience, and or strong interest in serving others. Please visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
When we put family first, we create moments that last a lifetime. We pass memories down through generations. We can all declare, I remember when.
Far side, Pat Bryant, touchdown. Isaiah Williams turns upfield, 45, 40. Trouble, he's sacked. Seth Coleman.
It's your turn to create these memories. Illinois football season tickets are on sale now for as low as $99 at fightingillini.com.
This is Eric Boland with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Hey, Fighting Illini fans, D&D Advertising has the new 2023 football schedules ready for pickup at these fine businesses. SK Exteriors, George Malik Company, Beast Mode Painting LLC, KCM Auto Care, Mike Williams Heating, Air, Plumbing, Sewer, Champaign Eye Professionals, Radiant Solar LLC, Thomas Memmer, Attorneys at Law, Horn Insulation, Drips Inc., Twin City Industrial Rubber Hose and Hydraulics. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Inspire your wedding and events. Please patronize these fine businesses as they are an asset to our community. D&D Advertising Enterprises. D&D Advertising Enterprises is not licensed, affiliated with, or endorsed by any university, sport, institution, or program unless specifically stated in writing. No proceeds from these funds collected from your ad will be given to any educational institution or sports team. D&D Advertising is not responsible for any schedule changes made after printing.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
All right, sports headlines at 8:15.
Philadelphia and St. Louis Cardinals with Zach Thompson on the mound. How you feeling about Zach for our Cardinals?
Yeah, nice young left-hander.
Okay.
Just inconclusive evidence whether he's a starter next year. Cardinals are just trying to figure out next year and what kind of draft pick they're going to get.
Okay, good. Well, I was popping around to a few events yesterday. The Pillar Leadership Celebration at Carmen's for the United Way, and then Ties and Tennies with the Champaign Park District. At each of those events, people were asking about Jacob and how he's doing in the AAA for Cincinnati Reds.
Jacob, his future son-in-law, Grace's future husband, has had a wonderful year. I mean, he is he's doing great. He's a leadoff hitter for the Louisville Bats, AAA, and 5 weeks in of AAA ball this year, he is hitting over 400.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's nuts.
Okay, well, I got it right that he's doing good and really wrapping up the season inside the next few weeks.
9 games,
right.
As far as you know. Can he get called up to the Reds? Anything's possible. He is certainly playing that well. Made a diving catch in the outfield the other day. So he's just had a great year, and he's super fast. I think he leads every division and every league and every minor league in triples with 10. He has 7 home runs. He's really grown this year. Really has. He's had a great year, and he was the Cincinnati Reds Player of the Month for August, which is a big deal.
That's awesome. So, Cubs in Arizona, 8:40 start over on US 105.9. Minnesota's at Chicago White Sox, 6:40 start. Eagles over the Vikings, 34-28. On Sunday at noon, we've got Green Bay at Atlanta. The Bears are in Tampa Bay. Indy is in Houston. Monday Night Football has your Saints in action in Carolina for the Panthers. Our number 7 Illini taking on Illinois. 11 a.m. kickoff. If you go in early, there's the $3 hot dogs and drinks. You've also got Red Grange working the Grange Grove area 3 hours. You've got the Illini Walk.
It's a fun event, but it is early.
It is.
It's not as fun when it's 11 because you don't have as much time.
I know.
So that's the only bummer. But you know what? I'm a little nervous just because they're my team, they're my guys, they're my coaches, and we have an opportunity because there's going to be a lot of people there that bought tickets early and want to be, looked at the season, said Penn State would be a good one to go to. So if we have 45 or 50,000, we're going to try our best, but we have an exceptional football team that's visiting, and they want to beat us because we beat them in 9 overtimes at their place 2 years ago. They haven't forgotten that, even if it's a different team.
Right.
So they're going to come in, they're going to put whatever they can on us, and we got to compete. If we're competitive, good game, I think people will be fairly pleased even if we don't win. But dang it! It's so much pressure because you got to do well against a team like this. And the biggest deal is there's so many people coming that never come.
Right.
There'll be 10 or 15,000 people, I bet, that have never been there.
Illinois volleyball lost to USC in that Boilermaker Challenge. They've got a game this afternoon. Number 9 Illinois golf with the is it the Players Championship at Olympia?
It's a rider. That's a big fundraiser over the weekend at Olympia Fields. That's why they have the silent auctions. And
right.
Johnny bought that for Nathaniel, got the caddy for DA points.
Okay, good.
Got the caddy in the John Deere on a Thursday, which
That'd be fun.
It's a lot of work carrying the bag and making sure every 4 holes DA has his peanut butter sandwich in his hands. That kind
really?
Yeah, and DA was in the sand a lot that day, so Nathaniel was raking a lot that day. But no, it's a big fundraiser for Mike Small's team, one of the best golf programs in the United States, and the cold weather team of the year every year, because usually you get a kid in Florida, he's not going to Champaign. campaign. Well, he might with the Mergian Center.
Absolutely.
Mike Small
And
again.
Mike Small.
Mike Small is just this will never happen again. So enjoy the moment because golf will never be. It's just unbelievable what he's done. It's unbelievable.
But I think the Ryder Cup is Justin Thomas, I think, on the leaderboard.
Yeah, he got a 69. It's good to have JT on the Ryder Cup team.
Right.
All right, we'll check your Fox Business Minute to see what the markets are looking like as we close it out on Friday. ESPN 93.5 at 8:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Evans. Saturday, pleasant spell of September weather ahead over the next couple of days. A little more in the way of cloudiness as the weekend progresses, and maybe even a few drops of rain here and there of no consequence. Looking for some late summertime warmth. Plenty of that ahead for next week, and into the following week, a couple of showers as well. So a little bit of everything for everyone, including some concerns over the expanding dryness across the area. That'll be the story here, a good part of the fall season. Sunny and 77 today, light east southeasterly wind, 51 in the overnight low for tonight. Increasing clouds for today. Tomorrow, about 68 or so a kickoff. Tomorrow late morning, 78 later in the ball game. Maybe a sprinkle in the air of no consequence, light wind. Tomorrow night, maybe a sprinkle and a brief shower, low down to 54. Clouds, maybe a stray sprinkly rain shower early in the day. Sunday, the high to 76. Nice weather ahead next week. Highs at 78 on Monday, up near 80 Tuesday. Lower 80s for next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Overnight lows near 60. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
It cost more to buy imported things last month. It's another sign of how higher oil and gas prices are impacting inflation. Import prices rose 0.5% in August. Excluding fuel, the increase was only 0.1%. However, manufacturing business improved in the Northeast this month. The New York Fed's Empire State Manufacturing Survey improved to a reading of 1.9. Economists were predicting a decline. General Motors CEO Mary Barra tells Fox Business the company has an historic offer on the table and is ready to keep negotiations going. She says the targeted walkout that happened overnight against the big three automakers has left her extremely frustrated and disappointed. Barra says it won't be good for the economy overall. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola. Invested in you.
Stay on top of the latest forecast with America's Weather Team in the palm of your hands.
Here's the latest from America's Weather Center.
It's Fox weather updates throughout your busy day, every day.
5 inches of rain by tomorrow.
Temperatures being 30 degrees above average.
Put the power of over 100 meteorologists and the worldwide resources of Fox in your hands with the Fox Weather Podcast. Precise, personal, powerful. Subscribe and listen now at foxnewspodcasts.com.
These days, it seems like bank names are changing faster than a forecast in February. But at Iroquois Federal, we're still the same community bank we've always been. For more than 135 years, we've built relationships by helping build the things that matter, whether it's a business, a back porch, or the building blocks of a better life. If you're looking for a bank that's here for the long haul, swing by today and see for yourself why different rules. Iroquois Federal, still friendly, still local, still here.
The Blossom Basket Florist has been in business since 1954. In the last 25 years, the Blossom Basket Florist has processed over 535,000 orders. That's 21,400 orders per year. With that type of volume, they know they have satisfied customers who just keep coming back. Find out why their customers love their designs and customer service. From simple to simply magnificent, they can design for any type of event. Visit them at 1002 North Cunningham in Urbana or online at blossombasket.com. Michelle DeLorso, how are you?
I'm great.
DeLorso, Carl Urology. She's a nurse and now nurse practitioner for the past 10 years. We get to talk about Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, and I kind of want to start at the very beginning here.
Second leading cause of death among men, heart disease first.
Prostate is a big deal. Right. So the little prostate's like a little ping pong ball down in the groin area for boys. Is that kind of what it is?
Correct. It's about the size of a walnut, and it's under the bladder. It surrounds the urethra, which is the tube that urine comes out, and it produces seminal fluid to transport the sperm.
Okay, so how do I keep my prostate healthy so that I don't pee slowly? How does that work?
So one of the some of the things that you can do to help keep your prostate healthy is to make sure that your diet is full of lots of fruits and vegetables. We recommend foods that are rich in vitamins and minerals, preferably over supplements. We recommend exercise most days of the week. This can help you maintain good weight and improve your mood. If you're overweight, we do recommend that you add more exercise and reduce your calories. Biggest thing is to get your prostate cancer screening done.
Okay, how do you tell? And what is the? I don't want to scare men off. What's the test involve?
So, first step usually is to assess your risk factors, and risk factors include blood relatives such as a parent, sibling, child, age. So, your age, as you increase in age, your risk factor goes up. Second of all, black men, we don't really know why, and obese men are higher risk for prostate cancer, but also more aggressive. So first off, we need to know what your risk factors are.
Why would an African American be more? It's really weird. Why would that happen?
We unfortunately, we're not really sure, but part of it may be some socioeconomic issues with diets and things like that.
Okay.
So
and so heavy is never really good in life, right?
No, it is not.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Now, the test is fairly simple. So after we check your risk factors, we start with a blood test.
Okay.
And that is usually recommended to be checked every 1 to 2 years.
And again, early detection, like all cancers, is critical?
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, there may be a rectal exam involved, but it is a simple, short, quick, fairly painless procedure that we also use as another testing tool.
Well, and some people, speaking of that, feel like if they get a colonoscopy that they're going to be good in that prostate area too.
And yes, many people do think that, and it is a good thought process because we do the exam through the rectum. However, we can't visualize the prostate through the rectum. It is outside the colon, so it's not the test we do for prostate cancer.
Okay.
But we do want you to get your colonoscopies for your colon.
Are there alert issues, if someone is having trouble peeing, Michelle, or something like that?
Absolutely. Usually we start seeing some symptoms of an enlarged prostate, which does not mean prostate cancer, with symptoms like maybe urinating a little more frequently, getting up a little bit more in the middle of the night, urine stream may be a little bit slower, not feeling like you can empty all the way. Those are usually some early signs that we say, hey, let's get you into your doctor and start seeing what's going on.
But why can't you just, your nurse practitioner, just write me a script, fix it. Just give me something, huh? Just fix it. Just give me something.
Well, we would love to be able to fix it. And some of enlarged prostate is something that we can treat. However, we need to make sure that there's no cancer hiding in that enlarged
the fear is a spread, correct? I mean, it could go
Absolutely.
And I can't take it out, right?
Well, there is surgeries, and radiation is one thing that can be done to treat prostate cancer if you do have it. However, with prostate cancer, some of them are slow growing, and we may just monitor. The more aggressive types do require intervention.
Yeah,
so
but you can't. Can you live without your prostate? Can you remove a prostate?
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, this is fascinating and so critical on the size of a dang walnut. Come on, man. Really? All that?
Exactly.
I just don't know why guys, Michelle, don't like talking about this and getting it done.
I don't know where your perspective, because I don't have any hesitation if I just think it's pretty common. Said 1 in 8 even get prostate cancer. 1 in 8 in their lifetime. That's a crazy number, Michelle. But I mean, I mean, if a guy gets older and they pee slower, I think that's kind of normal. I think.
Well, unfortunately, that's kind of the thought process, and unfortunately, that is not necessarily just a mechanism of aging. The prostate does grow your entire life, but it is not always causing issues. Okay. So if there are issues,
it's possible to be 70 and not pee slow. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Come on, man.
I mean, you might not pee like a 20-year-old, but
right, I get it. But again, you're getting older. Your body gets older. Everything is aging. We're all headed that direction. But it's so me being
involved. It shouldn't be dribbling out.
I got you. But me being involved in my son's CrossFit gym is a positive thing.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and realize that prostate cancer rates have declined by about half from 1993 to 2013 just due to the screenings.
Okay, you got to do screening. That's really number one. I had blood taken 2 weeks ago about that, so I'm glad I did that.
Well, thank you, Stevie, for getting your screenings done.
Right.
Well, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of bad things out there, but certainly catching stuff early, I've found to be kind of a common denominator. And everything, and great care. Michelle, you know your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. Come on,
Michelle.
Michelle.
Thank you. Everybody come see us at Carl Urology.
All right, so we don't ask for you. We just come to Carl Urology?
Yes, just have your primary provider. First step is your primary provider, and they can refer you over if need be.
Okay, good.
Well, you did a great job. You ever done this?
Once or twice.
You're really good at it, Michelle.
Yes, she comes across well. If people need more information, carl.org has so many resources for people.
Yeah, we got it all going.
Absolutely.
It's Michelle DeLorso, Carl Urology, nurse practitioner. Way to go. You're helping people.
Well, thank you guys for helping people and spread the word.
Well, we appreciate you being on. Thank you. Hope we can chat again.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Michelle DeLorso. She's from Carl, and she's in urology. So I guess, guys, you get a blood test.
Yeah.
So you can do that.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. We appreciate Carl being on. Again, carl.org for details.
Loves talking to smart people. Really, really enlightening.
We like doing that on ESPN 93.5.
Would not have known it's the size of a walnut. All the prostate issues, it's a walnut.
Okay.
It's an itty bitty guy.
Right.
Come on, man. All right, we're right back in a moment. ESPN 93.5. It is 8:30 News, Weather, Sports. Another half hour to go.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
I'm Chris Foster. A United Auto Workers strike starts with walk-offs at 3 plants to start: a Stellantis plant in Ohio, General Motors in Missouri, and Ford in Michigan.
About 13,000 union members are involved in this first round of walk-offs. The big three say that they do believe that they put forth some very generous packages. Contract talks, they are not expected to happen at all today, but they will resume again on Saturday.
Robin Murdoch with Fox 2 Detroit in Wayne, Michigan. A storm's approaching the New England coast.
Hurricane Lee bringing rough surf, high waves, coastal flooding, beach erosion, the risk for tropical storm force winds, some storm surge, and even tropical tornadoes as the heavy rain bands scrape eastern New England. The system is expected to make landfall in eastern Canada, but folks in the Northeast should monitor Lee's path.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. The storm's maximum sustained winds now about 85 miles an hour. America's listening to Fox News.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits. With an exquisite selection of top-tier vehicles, impeccable service, and unbeatable prices, they are your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Experience luxury, performance, and style like never before. Visit today and drive home in the vehicle you've always desired. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. Your journey towards automotive perfection starts here. Visit them at Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com.
Here's a look at local news. Several days after an explosion tore through the east plant of the ADM complex in Decatur, the plant evacuated again Wednesday. An employee noticing smoke during a walkthrough of the plant. Out of the abundance of caution, the immediate area evacuated, and the fire department called for support. The area deemed safe. Employees then again allowed to re-enter. A Washington, D.C. public relations firm facing backlash for working with former Illinois House Speaker Michael Madigan. Madigan hiring SKDK for guidance in 2018 as his office faced sexual harassment allegations. However, at the same time, the firm providing support to former Madigan campaign worker who filed a lawsuit accusing the former speaker of retaliating against her when she reported her direct supervisor had harassed her. Illinois Department of Public Health endorsing a CDC recommendation for everyone over the age of 6 months to receive the newly FDA-approved COVID-19 shots. The updated vaccines developed by Moderna and Pfizer. You're up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
When you're looking for a business to work with, you choose someone local, someone who's terrific at what they do. A company that helps others in need in Champaign-Urbana, and a company that stands behind what they do. That company is Roof Doctors. Roof Doctors has been keeping the rain out for over 30 years. Randy and Tammy and their family work hard to not only make sure you're 100% satisfied by their work, but that they also strive to have a positive impact on Champaign-Urbana. Roof Doctors in Urbana, they make you their number one priority.
Coach House Garages is celebrating their 50th anniversary. And now through December, when you purchase a garage, you can enter to win 5% off. Just visit CoachHouseGarages.com. That's CoachHouseGarages.com, or call Chuck Ruth. Well, it's Friday. Busey's been around since, well, I guess Busey started here after U of I, right? 1867 U of I, 1868 Busey. So when you get married, you probably need to talk amongst yourselves about where everybody is with money. You can decide if you want individual spending or your own account. You want to have your own account, or you want to do a joint thing. Couples that tackle money problems together, take responsibility for solving them, you're going to find their relationships better for it. Calculate monthly costs, choose how bills will be paid. Share your credit, make sure everybody's open, said, here's what I got, here's what I'm doing. What are you going to do when you're talking retirement? I know if you're 25, 30, you're thinking, oh, retirement's a long way away. What's the plan so that you can retire and have enough money? Whether you're just starting out or maybe you're celebrating a milestone anniversary, Busey can provide an array of solutions tailored to your specific needs. Keep and manage all your accounts in one place with 5 lines of business: personal, mortgage, business, cash management, and wealth management. Go to Busey.com. Stop by one of their many convenient locations to get started. Busey, for over 150 years, member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Illinois. Champaign and Panhandle Saturday, and a fairly quiet weather picture expected over the weekend. Weak upper system may introduce some cloudiness and a sprinkle over the course of the weekend. Ought to be in good shape, though, weather-wise for football Saturday around these parts. 68 at kickoff. Later in the day, temperatures well into the 70s. And looking for some late summertime warmth, plenty of that ahead for next week, and a largely dry weather pattern as well. Sunny and 77, the forecast time for your Friday, with a light east to southeast wind, partly cloudy skies tonight, 51. Increasing clouds for the day tomorrow. Again, maybe a sprinkle comes along as the day wears on. 78 later in the ball game on a south wind shifting westerly. Maybe a sprinkle early and a shower late tomorrow night, low down to 54. And there may be a stray shower here on Sunday morning. No big deal. Clouds, some sun, high to about 76. Warm up next week to 78 on Monday. Tuesday high near 80 on increasing southeast to south winds. Lower 80s then for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Overnight lows down near 60. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg
Habitat
Solier.
for Humanity of Champaign County has been bringing people together to build homes, communities, and hope since 1991. To date, Habitat of Champaign has built 118 homes, but the need for safe, decent, and affordable housing is greater than ever. When you donate your time or money to Habitat or make a purchase from the Habitat Restore, you are empowering local families and helping them achieve the strength, stability, and self-reliance they need to build a bright future for themselves. For more information about Habitat for Humanity of Champaign, please visit cuhabitat.org.
Football fans, plan to party at Pia's before, after, and during games as you get on the watch parties with great prizes and giveaways during the fourth quarter on special game days. Get 5 bottles in the Coors Light bucket for $16.75 or enjoy the $8.95 pitcher special on Illini game days. It's $5 for Blue Moon drafts and Jack Daniels drinks. Murder your thirst with liquid death water and CBD products. Pia's is the place to party. 1609 West Springfield Avenue in Champaign.
That's McLean Stahl, Game Day Spirit. How are you, brother?
Morning, Stevie. I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, we've got a big orange out. What's going on?
Hell to the orange out.
What do we got here, man? What's happening tomorrow?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm hoping that, Memorial Stadium's full of a lot of fans in orange cheering on Illinois to beat Penn State. That's the goal, at least, right?
Yep, you bet. Well, Brett had mentioned he thinks it's going to be the biggest crowd and we had 49 for Toledo, so we can't touch 50, can we? Really? Man.
I'd hope so.
That'd be awesome. Well, I mean,
it's too bad that they're not working with Game Day Spirit on getting those orange uniforms on the supply chain issues.
Coach said supply chain issues. It's going, are you kidding me?
Right.
Remind me in 2025 to blame COVID for something, McLean. Come on, man. Get the jerseys. Come on. Anyway, you guys got plenty of new stuff too now, don't you?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We're always bringing in brand new product. Got a lot of great things that we're selling at our stores on Neal Street, Green Street, and also down there in Greensgrove on game days as well. So if you stop by, I'm sure you'll be sure to find something that you like.
Well, I mean, that Neil and Kirby, holy cow.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like a kiosk when you started. You got the whole dang thing. It was a huge
I love
store.
that. It's the whole area there now, right?
Nice looking place. That's great visibility.
Yeah, no, we were super excited to get that spot expanded and think that it is just such a great location, especially, when you're looking at game days. You have so many people walking to the game, and it's a great spot to just hop in and see what we got.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you think, man? Can we hang there with a really good Penn State team?
I think we have a chance, yeah. I think the last couple of games we played some really mobile quarterbacks, and I think this is more of a Big Ten football, so I'm excited to see, what we can do. And I really like Altmaier. I think he's great. So, I definitely believe in him and what we're doing. So, hoping for a big game and a big win this weekend.
All right, we got the merch still right there as I come into Memorial Stadium on the west side.
Grove.
It's right there. Grange Grove, we're still there.
Yep. If you're in the stadium, we got a spot there right in Grange Grove, and then we also have a couple spots throughout the east and west concourses as well.
Well, you get a lot of people who drive down from Chicago, and they got armfuls when they leave because that's their chance to buy great stuff.
Absolutely.
Right? Yep. No, absolutely. That's the goal, and like I said, we like to have a great selection. So, we're confident if you stop by one of our stores or even our Grange Grove or Memorial Stadium locations that you'll find something that you'll really like. So, especially with this Saturday, make sure that it's orange. We want to make sure that orange out is going to be successful.
I'm wearing one of my number 50 jerseys right now that was given away at the Pia's location. And McLean, 50 is Butkus, of course, but is there another guy that's wearing 50 these days?
No, that's retired.
Okay, thank you for that.
Yeah. Now, there's only 150, baby. That's
That's right. I love it.
All right, my friend, McLean Stall will be looking for all our orange from Game Day Spirit. Let's go, Illini. Let's beat those Nittany Lions.
All right, thanks, you guys.
All right, buddy.
Go
Appreciate it.
Illini.
20 till 9, ESPN 93.5, McLean Stall on the Tapman's Towing phone line.
Awesome. Game Day Spirit, where Illini fans shop.
Brett Bielema's football team just wants to play.
Well, obviously excited to get back out on the playing field. I think anytime you have a game like we did last Friday, to get back out there is what everybody wants, players, coaches, really fans probably. So excited for a Penn State game. I know we got an anticipated crowd probably as big as we've had here since I've been here, so excited for that. Orange out, all that goes into it, I think for us as head coach, I try to get orange jerseys here. We're going to go all orange, but the supply chain issue popped in, so we can't get our orange jerseys, but we'll be in our traditional orange, blue, orange. Excited to play a Penn State team that's obviously highly ranked for a reason, good football team, but I think our guys know and understand it's about what we do, how we handle our moment, and to be in this situation is nothing more than couldn't ask for anything more. Well, I think the big thing is it's a longevity look, right? I think people take a little bit of a synopsis, right, of what they saw Friday, and what they saw Saturday. I think Toledo put up 70 points against the team they played, and obviously Kansas played fairly well the week before. So I think there's a natural tendency of everybody in the world to just jump into you want instant results. So I think it's a very important thing to kind of take an inventory of where we're at. I didn't claim instant success after having a bowl game in January. I talked about sustaining success, and what I'm talking about, I signed a 6-year contract for a reason. I want to sustain it over a period of time. I think people that look at one game windows and try to treat it as a moment in time that lasts forever really missed the boat. I definitely brought it up to those guys literally on Sunday night when we got together and talked about what's coming in front of us because I knew it was going to be brought up to them.
Talk about the 9 overtime win 2 years ago.
Okay.
That team went over there, obviously on the road a little bit different, but they're ranked number 7 in the country, and I believe we were 2-5 at the time and began to do things a little better, but need to have something that kind of gave us something to stand on in that game. I think in particular, a lot of people will look at that and say, okay, this is when Illinois started to show that they could play at a level that everybody else can play at. So I think that moment in time, but that time is behind us. A lot of our good players, I asked for a show of hands in our first meeting on Sunday, our last meeting on Sunday when we kind of turned the page and went into Kansas prep, who's played Penn State in this room, right? And only the guys in the first couple of rows raised their hands. This is my 6th time against them. So to play Penn State is one thing, but to play them in an environment at home and hopefully be able to have success, that's something you'll remember for life.
Okay, yeah, no, listen, it is an opportunity. It's and this is, it's always a process. It just, you kind of walking in sand, you kind of move forward, then you slip a little back. I mean, that's the process of becoming a winning culture, a winning program. And the first season was 5-7. He famously said, "I didn't come here to go 5-7."
Mm-hmm.
Then the next year, we just one of those great years where you didn't see it coming. They win 8 games. They go 7-1. We have a chance to go to the Big Ten championship. Lose a couple games at home, but that's the process. You slip back a little bit. So here we go. 2 very, very good football teams to start the year. He would not have chosen these 2, and we were 1-1. Could be 0-2, and
right.
Probably couldn't have been 2-0 because I didn't see us competing much with Kansas. So it's a new week, all kinds of adjustments. We got a kid in the backfield, the defensive backfield, that I think Matt Bailey's back and actually practiced before the Kansas game and just wasn't cleared. So I think he'll help. His experience will help.
Yeah.
But Penn State is an excellent football team who has sights on the national championship. So this isn't just Penn State. This is a high-level Penn State, and that means excellent team. We'll have to play really, really well to be in this football game. You can't turn it over. Can't make these post whistle flags like late hit and all these other things or whatever it is. We can't have that.
Right.
We have to play a clean game.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I think you compete with them, and you just want to be in the fourth quarter. Not sure who's going to win is probably ideal. Can we do that? I think we can.
Boy, and the weather looks great.
Yep, it's going to be idyllic weather. Our last call for people who want to enter our big giveaway this morning is with Sarah Champagne for 50-yard line seats. This has to go to you, or at least your good friend or your mom and dad, whatever it is. I just don't want you scalping them. These are primo seats on the 50, 17 rows up above the football helmet, so you'll see beautifully, plus an outstanding parking pass. How often do you get this? You have to text in Illini. Last call. We'll get a winner here in the next 15 minutes. 217-359-2255. Text Illini if you want to have a chance at these 4 prime seats for tomorrow.
Hi, this is Chris Jackson with Kramer Siding and Window. And whatever your project, you can count on Kramer Siding to offer you the best products backed by the best warranties in the business and a lifetime of great customer service. And right now, you can save 10% on roofing, sunrooms, and decks, get 15% off gutter helmet, and you can save 25% on preservation siding, windows, and doors. So call today or visit us at kramersiding.com and let's get started on your project.
Hey, Fighting Illini fans, D&D Advertising has the new 2023 football schedules ready for pickup at these fine businesses. SK Exteriors, George Malik Company, Beast Mode Painting LLC, Express Employment Professionals, Remco Electric, Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, Bud Street Care, Inspire Your Wedding and Events, Studio Nail, Nicole's Hair and Brow Studio, Armor Shield Coatings LLC, Gray Eulalium Black DDS, Illinois Excavation Septic Concrete. Please patronize these fine businesses as they are an asset to our community. D&D Advertising Enterprises. D&D Advertising Enterprises is not licensed, affiliated with, or endorsed by any university, sport, institution, or program unless specifically stated in writing. No proceeds from these funds collected from your ads will be given to any educational institution or sports team. D&D Advertising is not responsible for any schedule changes made after printing.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
All right, sports headlines one more time.
I keep trying to get information to make sure we're good with our qualifier that's going to stop by Sarah Automotive and get these 4 primo tickets, Stevie.
Working on it.
Yes, 359-2255, texting in the word Illini to go tomorrow at 11 a.m. when we face number 7 Penn State. Go in early for those $3 hot dogs and drinks. There's all kinds of festivities in the morning. Enjoy and go Illini. Right now, Penn State 14.5. favorites in that game. Eagles over the Vikings last night in NFL action. 34-28 was the final. Green Bay and Atlanta, Bears and Tampa Bay, Indies in Houston as far as our Sunday at noon action. And then Monday is the Saints and Carolina. Tonight we have Philadelphia and St. Louis at 7:15 here on ESPN 93.5. Across the hallway at Stevie Jay Broadcasting, Cubs in Arizona with an 8:40 start. Illinois volleyball in action at the Boilermaker Challenge later today. Illinois golf at Olympia Field with a fundraiser.
During challenging times, family and health come first. This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. Many of us have spent the past year feeling a little bit out of control. There are steps you can take to help plan for a better financial future. Now is the time to take action and create a financial plan that's right for you. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network, member FINRA, SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
Coach House Garages is celebrating their 50th anniversary. And now through December, when you purchase a garage, you can enter to win 5% off. Just visit CoachHouseGarages.com. That's CoachHouseGarages.com or call Chuck Ruth.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. Take a look around your home. Is it finally ready for some much-needed updates? If you don't know where to start, then just meet with one of our experts. We'll help you find the perfect waterproof plank floor for your kitchen or that stain-resistant, super soft carpet for your bedroom. Finish your room update with a custom sofa and chairs, or choose a trendy in-stock dining set that's priced right. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Like every bank, there's a time every day when we stop making loans. But at Iroquois Federal, we never stop making a difference. Thanks to an amazing team of employees who give back to their local communities all over central Illinois. From hospital boards and local school programs to Kiwanis and the United Way, Iroquois Federal employees donated more than 1,000 volunteer hours last year. And we'll do it again next year, because the only thing we like more than making a loan is making a difference. Iroquois Federal, still friendly, still local, still here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What kind of bedside manner would you like your doctor to have? At Roof Doctors, they make sure you feel good about what they can do for you. They make sure they answer all of your questions and feel comfortable about whatever procedure your roof needs. Roof Doctors has helped customers for over 30 years. Randy and Tammy have helped make lives better in our community with their generosity and kindness. Roof Doctors is a company you can trust if you need anything done on your roof. Roof Doctors in Urbana. They make you their number one priority.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois. Champaign and Van Evans, Saturday, pleasant spell of September weather ahead over the next couple of days. A little more in the way of cloudiness as the weekend progresses, and maybe even a few drops of rain here and there of no consequence. Looking for some late summertime warmth. Plenty of that ahead for next week and into the following week. A couple of showers as well. So a little bit of everything for everyone, including some concerns over the expanding dryness across the area. That'll be the story here, a good part of the fall season. Sunny and 77 today. Light east southeasterly wind, 51 in the overnight low for tonight. Increasing clouds today. Tomorrow, about 68 or so a kickoff. Tomorrow late morning, 70 later in the ball game. Maybe a sprinkle in the air of no consequence, light wind. Tomorrow night, maybe a sprinkle and a brief shower, low down to 54. Clouds, maybe a stray sprinkly rain shower early in the day. Sunday, the high to 76. Nice weather ahead next week. Highs at 78 on Monday, up near 80 Tuesday. Lower 80s for next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Overnight lows near 60. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, home of their award-winning Honda dealership, a double recipient of the prestigious Honda President's Award. With a legacy of excellence, they offer you the finest selection of Honda vehicles backed by unparalleled customer service. As a two-time winner, they're committed to exceeding your expectations. Visit them today at Route 45 at Burwalk or Sarah, SERRA, Champagne.com. Sarah Champagne, home of Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, and GMC. That's sarahchampagne.com.
Let Max Twin City Recycling pay you for your junk metal items. As the weather begins to heat up, now is a great time to put cash in your pocket for the steel, copper, brass, and aluminum items you've been meaning to get rid of. We've recently added a large concrete pad to make unloading quicker and cleaner for our customers. Visit us on North Lincoln Avenue, just north of I-74, or at maxrecycling.com.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Maddie, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Maddie Ambrose was one of the zillions of people that really wanted to win these tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie?
Yes, we're huge Illinois fans, and we try to go to every game possible. We love supporting the Illini sport.
Well, you're going to sit on the 50-yard line tomorrow, Maddie. You win.
Yay! That's awesome.
50-yard line seats. I got 4 of them. I've got a parking pass. You're going to be right there. You're going to say, what the heck? I want to sit here every game,
exactly.
man.
Perfect. Yes. No, we're so excited. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Now, you have orange to wear, I presume.
Right.
Is that right?
Yes, the orange out game. Yes, we have a lot of orange in our closet.
Well, listen, we're excited that you won. Congratulations. We're going to send you over to Sarah Champagne. Tyler Burton is your guy. It's going to be an adventure. Where's Waldo? Where's Tyler? You find Tyler. He's going to have your name. You have all the stuff that you'll get. They'll have an armored truck escort as you leave because they're so valuable. Anyway, it'll be fun.
Perfect.
Enjoy. Can't wait to hear how it is.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Maddie. FBI. Maddie wins today from Sarah Champagne. Thank you to Ben Quattro and Tyler Burton. If every time they give us these tickets, I go to you.
Yeah.
Way to go, Maddie.
Exactly.
Putting her there, you can give her some details. All right,
I'm
Diane.
so excited. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. It's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie J. We appreciate you. Thanks for listening. Listen to the boys this afternoon on the drive after 3. I'm Stevie J. Have a blessed weekend.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
When we put family first, we create moments that last a lifetime. We pass memories down through generations. We can all declare, I remember when.
Far side, Pat Bryant, touchdown. Isaiah Williams turns upfield, 45, 40. Trouble, he's sacked. Seth Coleman.
It's your turn to create these memories. Illinois football season tickets are on sale now for as low as $99 at fightingillini.com.
PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR. Kelsey Furniture in downtown Tuscola sells Tempur-Pedic beds. What's it like?
I'm going to tell you right now, Stevie, that thing is the best thing I've ever slept on in my life. My wife and I both have said we've never had better night's sleep. And the people at Kelsey's were fantastic. Brian is the guy that helped us. You know, as much as I did my research, he has a world of knowledge about beds themselves. Oh, man, it's like sleeping on a cloud, man.
Kelsey Furniture, downtown Tuscola.
At ABC Heating and Air, it's our promise to help you always be comfortable. Do you need rescued because you're burning hot? Do you need rescued because your air is shot? Call ABC Heating and Air at 352-5400 and let us rescue you from the heat. ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400. Can't you see you need to call me at ABC? Call ABC Heating and Air. That's ABC Heating and Air, 352-5400.
Hey, it's Stevie J. Time for another Stever. The Stever program is where I give you my money and you keep and use the stuff. All right, today from Merle Norman. All right, Merle Norman is, unbelievably great when it comes to makeup and your skin. Marilyn will help you. Now, here's what the offer is. I'm going to give you a free color analysis and I'll give you $100 to buy makeup from Merle Norman, made right here in America. In fact, made in Los Angeles. Marilyn is so good at what she does. So if you would like my $100 bill and a free color analysis from Merle Norman, all you have to do is go to gostever.com, and click accept. That's all you have to do. You have to make an appointment within 7 days, and then you have to fill out my survey as to how they did, how you liked working with Marilyn. Okay, Merle Norman, our Stever offer. Gostever.com, click accept. You'll get an email later on, late afternoon or evening if you win. Rooting for you. GoStever.com. Click accept. for Merle Norman.
You spend half of your life indoors. That's half of your life underneath your roof. Who do you trust to keep you safe and dry underneath it? The name to remember is Roof Doctors. Roof Doctors understands the harsh weather conditions that your roof endures because they're a family and locally owned business. From your community, for your community, the doctors who make the house calls, Roof Doctors, at roofdoctors.com or phone 328-7529. Rest easy under a roof that's been treated by Roof Doctors.
Welcome to Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits. With an exquisite selection of top-tier vehicles, impeccable service, and unbeatable prices, they are your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Experience luxury, performance, and style like never before. Visit today and drive home in the vehicle you've always desired. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. Your journey towards automotive perfection starts here. Visit them at Sarah, S-C-R-R-A, champagne.com.
Curtis Orchard, Randy explains.
So this is the time of year that we're looking for enthusiastic, energetic employees for our family business. Our employees enjoy each other's company. They enjoy interacting with the public. So we're looking for some capable, friendly, enthusiastic young people and older people alike who want a part-time job to be employees for the season. It means a lot to us that our customers are like family and our employees are like family. We have a lot of employees that have been with us 15 to 20 years. They come back every year, and it's because we all like working together. We all enjoy working together. And even though it gets really frantic in the fall, if you've ever been out there on a fall weekend, you know what I'm talking about. It's just wonderful to get to know your customers, your community, and be able to serve them. So we want friendly people who have the same values that we have, which is caring for people and giving them a great experience while they're out at the farm. You can visit curtisorchard.com and apply online today.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St.